So the main event of NXT for June 3rd, 2015, Rhyno versus Finn Balor. And Rhyno was doing a promo earlier backstage here, interviewing him, and he said that he's in NXT to get the championship. He said he wants the championship. He said, yeah, I did the thing with Baron Corbin. That was fun. But my goal, the reason I'm here, is to get the championship. So he wants a shot at the title, and he was going against the #1 contender for the championship, the man who will be facing Kevin Owens on the 4th of July in Tokyo, Japan, with the NXT championship on the line. And that's going to be aired on the WWE Network, as William Regal had announced earlier. And Finn Balor was talking about that before the match. They showed a clip of him in the locker room, and he was talking about how Japan is a place where he's won 11 titles. He had a very prominent career there, and now to return to Japan to face Kevin Owens for the NXT championship, he said it's going to be the match of a lifetime, and he's going to take the NXT championship. I really do believe that. But right here, first he had to face the man beast, Rhyno, and this was an awesome match. I'll tell you what, anytime you got this as a main event on NXT, Rhyno versus Finn Balor, that's a show I'm definitely happy to watch and glad to watch and entertained by. And this match definitely was entertaining. It was pretty awesome. You know, they were mixing it up. Then we ended up seeing a pretty crazy high spot with Finn Balor going over the top rope. He hit the suicide somersault senton on Rhyno, who is outside the ring. They actually broke for a commercial at that point. I guess they wanted us to digest what had just happened. When they came back, Rhyno ended up turning things around. He hit Finn Balor with the power slam. Then he ended up doing like a military press, and he just tossed Finn Balor. And then when Finn turned it around for a minute, but then Rhyno got him with a spine buster. It was vicious, as Rhyno was definitely putting a beating on the #1 contender, Finn Balor. But Finn Balor would end up turning things around. He got a Pele kick, and then he did the sling blade, and then a running drop kick, setting up the coup de grace. He went up top, but Rhyno got out of the way. Balor landed on his feet, and he ended up in the corner. Rhyno went for the gore, but Balor got out the way. He threw, Rhyno with his momentum into that, almost into the ring post, but he pulled him up and he rolled him up, and it was a 1-2-3 victory for Finn Balor. So Finn Balor gets the win. It was an exciting match. That was just a couple of the high spots and exciting parts of the match. It was a good match. They had a good time on it too. They mixed it up for about 10 minutes or so. I thought it was pretty awesome. And then after the match, when Finn Balor was exiting the ring, he went up the ramp, and at the top of the ramp, out of nowhere, gore! Oh my god! It was vicious! It was violent! It was crazy! Rhyno just came flying out of nowhere. I didn't even expect him. Just, show's over. I'll tell you what, this is why you gotta watch all the way to the end. You can't miss the final moments, because you'll miss something crazy like this. Rhyno just came out of left field and just wiped Finn Balor out, hit him with the gore. He wasn't ready for it. He wasn't expecting it. And will he be able to compete at the event on July 4th in Tokyo, Japan versus Kevin Owens for the NXT Championship? I don't know. That was the question that Corey Graves posed as they went off the air. That was just a vicious gore by Rhyno. So that was pretty crazy. I mean, this was an awesome match, and it was a pretty good show overall. And definitely, this main event here definitely made the show, definitely the highlight of the show, definitely worthy of being the main event. This could be a main event of, really, if this had been an NXT takeover, Rhyno versus Finn Balor, in my opinion. These two guys are both excellent workers. I like their promos that they had earlier before the match, and I thought it was a pretty good match. I like the way it all turned out and everything. So that was pretty cool, and it was crazy seeing Rhyno hit that gore after the match. That was nuts. So I thought it was pretty awesome. Of course, we're going to see what happens moving forward. How's Finn? Hopefully he's not injured. Hopefully he's able to compete. I'm pretty sure he will be able to. And I don't think they would have necessarily announced that match if otherwise, but he's going to be, having his work cut out for him if he's going into that match beat up after this vicious match against Rhyno. So I don't know if we're going to see Finn Balor before July 4th after that, but we know that Rhyno is gunning for Kevin Owens. Seems like everybody wants a piece of Kevin Owens because everybody wants the NXT Championship. Even earlier on, Solomon Crow talking about how he wants another shot at the champion. Rhyno wants a shot at the champion. Finn Balor's going to have a shot at the champion. Owens is going against Cena at Money in the Bank. Man, Kevin Owens, his dance card is full, and it is awesome. And the winners are us, the fans. We are the winners, getting to see all this awesome action. NXT is just getting better and better. And this is right here, the official first NXT of the Wednesday Night Wars. That's right, because at the same time, Ring of Honor was on Destination America while NXT was on the WWE Network. I actually had it on 2 different screens, but I'm first bringing you all the action from NXT because as far as I'm concerned, I'm first off a WWE fan, and by proxy NXT. I'm excited that Ring of Honor is on Wednesday nights, and I was keeping an eye on it at the same time, trying to watch both, but really my main focus was on NXT, and just kind of like out the corner of my eyes seeing like, oh yeah, I wonder what's going on there. But I'm gonna end up rewatching that because I didn't really get to see what was happening because I wasn't really paying attention to it because I was really focused on NXT, especially this match, Finn Balor and Rhyno, because it was awesome. So the Wednesday Night Wars, I thought they put together a good show for the first one. It's shots fired when they come up against them on Wednesday night. It's already officially on. But this, NXT, especially with this right here, it shows that they know it is already going to be, a fight for fans and fans' attention to what show are you going to watch when it's actually aired right then. Because otherwise, why would we get such a great main event with Finn Balor and Rhyno? So, like I said, we're the winners because we get an awesome match like this right here. And maybe that was already going to be what they're going to do. But either way, this was pretty cool. Said even, they showed Sami Zayn earlier. They were talking about Kevin Owens. Even that announcement regarding him, even though he wasn't on the show. We didn't have any Samoa Joe, but, we had Solomon Crow. We also got Enzo and Big Cass, even though it was just ringside with Carmella, and Blake and Murphy were there, even though they didn't fight. But so we had a lot of people on there. They even had the thing with Sasha Banks as well. So they were definitely getting all of their NXT stars on the episode and on TV in some capacity. It's things they said are going to be heating up. It's just going to get better and better, and ultimately we're the ones that are going to win. It's competition just makes things better. But I thought it was a good show. I had a lot of fun watching it. Some will also be talking about ROH as well, so if you want to check that out, or if you don't, that's up to you. If you just like NXT, I understand. But let me know what you thought about this episode and what you thought about this match between Finn Balor and Rhyno, and what you think about Rhyno with that dirty shot trying to take out Finn. And you gotta wonder, like, where's that gonna lead? And wins Rhyno? Is he gonna end up getting a shot against Owens, or will he end up facing Finn Balor once he wins the NXT Championship? It's anyone's guess. And where will this leave Samoa Joe? Will Samoa Joe and Rhyno end up facing? Is that going to be the next guy Rhyno targets as he's looking for a shot at Kevin Owens in that NXT Championship? Well, only time will tell, but let me know what you think in the comment section below. Definitely interested to read your thoughts and opinions. Thank you very much for listening. It is appreciated.